وسلم على نبينا محمد عليه السلام صلاة تدوم وتهدى إليه ممر الليالي وطول الدوام أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إنا فتحنا لك فتحا مبينا ليغفرك الله ما تقدم من ذنبك وما تأخر ويتم نعمته عليك ويهديك صراطا مستقيما وينصرك الله نصرا عزيزا لقد جاءكم رسول من أنفسكم عزيز عليه ما عنتم حريص عليكم بالمؤمنين رؤوف رحيم فإن تولوا فقل حسبي الله لا إله إلا هو عليه توكلت وهو رب العرش العظيم إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي
يا أيها الذين
آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الفاتحة لنا ولكم يا حاضرون ووالدنا ووالدكم وحالنا وأولادنا ولمشايخنا ولمن حضرنا ولمن غاب عنا ولأحيائنا ولأمواتنا وللمواظبين على هذا المجلس ولمن كان سببا في جمعنا لأن الله الكريم ينور القلوب ويغفر الذنوب ويستر العيوب ويحفظنا بما حفظ به الذكر وينصرنا بما نصر به الرسول وأن الله الكريم يجعل مجلسنا هذا محاطا بالخيرات والمسرات والأنوار والبركات ويقضي لنا جميع الحاجات بجاه خير البريات وأن الله ينصر المسلمين وعلى يدنا الله الكريم ينصر السلطان الأولياء مولانا الشيخ محمد ناظم عادل حقاني قدس الله السر بجاه خير الأنام وعلى كل نية صالحة مع حسن الخاتمة عند الموت بعد العمر المديد في طاعة الله وإلى حضرة النبي بسر سورة الفاتحة. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم أنت سلطاننا يا ربنا اغفر لنا وارحمنا وتب علينا وزد حبيبك سيد الأولين والآخرين سيدنا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم زده يا رب عزا وشرافا ونورا وسرورا وسلطانا ورضوانا رغما في الشيطان ومن تبعه.
عباد الله رجال الله أغيثونا بأهل الله وكونوا عوننا في الله سنهضى بفضل الله ويا أقتام ويا أنجاب ويا سادات ويا أحباب وأنتم يا أولي الألباب تعالوا وانصروا لله عباد الله رجال الله غيثونا بأهل الله وكونوا عوننا في الله سنهضى بفضل الله سألناكم ولزلفى رجوناكم وفي أمر قصدناكم فشدوا أمركم لله عباد الله رجال الله غيثونا بأهل الله وكونوا عوننا في الله سنهضى بفضل الله فيا ربي بسعادتي تحقق لي إشاراتي أسعادتي بشاراتي ويصفو أمرنا لله عباد الله رجال الله أغيثونا بأهل الله وكونوا عوننا في الله سنهضى بفضل الله بكشف الحجب عن عيني ورع في البين من البين وصار في القلب والعين بنور الوجه. يا الله عباد الله رجال الله أغيثونا بأهل الله وكونوا عوننا في الله سنهضى بفضل الله. صلاة الله مولانا على من بالهدى جانا ومن بالحق أولانا شفيع الخلق عند الله. عباد الله رجال الله أغيثونا بأهل الله وكونوا عوننا في الله سنهضى بفضل الله.
مدد 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 يا سيدي مدد 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 يا رسول الله مدد يا أبو بكر الصديق مدد يا عمر فاروق مدد يا عثمان غني مدد يا إمام علي مدد 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 يا سيدي مدد 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 يا رسول الله مدد يا فاطمة زهرا مدد يا إمام حسن مدد يا إمام حسين مدد يا سلمان فارسي مدد 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 يا سيدي مدد 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 يا رسول الله مدد يا قاسم مدد يا صادق مدد يا بسطامي مدد يا خرقاني مدد 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 يا سيدي مدد 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 يا رسول الله مدد يا فرمادي مدد يا حمداني مدد يا خدارو مدد يا غزواني مدد يا عارفون مدد يا فغنوي مدد 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 يا سيدي مدد 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 يا رسول الله مدد يا رميداني مدد يا سماسي مدد يا أمير كلال مدد يا شاه نقشبند مدد يا طارو مدد يا چارخی مدد 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 يا سيدي مدد 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 يا رسول الله مدد يا أحراري مدد يا زاهدي مدد يا درويشو مدد يا أمكنكي مدد يا باقي بالله مدد يا سر هندي مدد مدد
سيدي مدد 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 يا رسول الله مدد يا معصومي مدد يا سيف الدين مدد يا بدواني مدد يا شمس الدين مدد يا دهلوي مدد يا بغدادي مدد 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 يا سيدي مدد 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 يا رسول الله مدد يا إسماعيل مدد يا خاص محمد مدد يا راغب مدد يا قومك مدد 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 يا سيدي مدد 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 يا رسول الله مدد يا صبري مدد يا مدني مدد يا شرف الدين مدد يا عبد الله مدد 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 يا سيدي مدد 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 يا رسول الله مدد يا شيخ ناظم مدد يا شيخ هشام مدد يا شيخ عدنان مدد يا شيخ عادل مدد 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 يا سيدي مدد 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 يا رسول الله مدد يا صاحب الوقت مدد يا فرداني مدد يا سد كل مدد يا يماني مدد يا إمام العارفين مدد يا سخاوي مدد يا معروف بملحان مدد يا قتلنا مدد 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 يا سيدي مدد 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 يا رسول الله مدد يا إمام مهدي مدد يا خليفة الله مدد يا إمام مهدي مدد يا خليفة الله مدد 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 يا سيدي مدد 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 يا رسول الله.
Inshallah, on the Farsi book, Nasheed number 24, page 65.
بگو یا رب بگو یا رب چه بد گفتم چه بد کردم که نزدت خویشتن را دیوادت کردم مرا یا رب نمیخواهی گناه است و اگر نفرین به این دنیای بد کردم، به حرفم گوش کن یا رب، به دردم گوش کن یا رب. اگر بیهوده میگویم مرا خاموش کن یا رب، اگر بیهوده میگویم مرا خاموش کن یا رب. بگو یا رب چه بد گفتم، چه بد کردم که نزدت خویشتن را دی ودت کردم. به حرفم گوش کن یا رب، به دردم گوش کن یا رب. اگر بیهوده میگویم مرا خاموش کن یا رب. به جز عشقی که دردش را به من دادی، به من یا رب چه بخشیده که رد کردم. به حرفم گوش کن یا رب، به دردم گوش کن یا رب. اگر بیهوده میگویم مرا خاموش کن یا رب. فقط در عاشق یا رب مدد گفتم، شدم عاشق تمنای مدد کردم. شب مستی اگر یک تو بشکستم، سر تکرار تو بزد کردم. به حرفم گوش کن یا رب، به دردم گوش کن یا رب. اگر بیهوده میگویم مرا خاموش کن یا رب. به سیلابم کشاندی زیر و بم دیدم، تحمل در عذاب جزرمت کردم. به سیلابم کشاندی زیر و بم دیدم، تحمل در عذاب جزرمت کردم. به حرفم گوش کن یا رب، به دردم گوش کن یا رب. اگر بیهوده میگویم مرا خاموش کن یا رب. برایم آتش دوزخ فرستادی، برایت لاله ها را در سبد کردم. به حرفم گوش کن یا رب، به دردم گوش کن یا رب. اگر بیهوده میگویم مرا خاموش کن یا رب. گرفتی جامعه فخر مرا از من، صبورانه کلا را از نمد کردم. به حرفم گوش کن یا رب، به دردم گوش کن یا رب. اگر بیهوده میگویم مرا نشانم ده اگر یک مور آزردم اگر یک دانه گندم را لگد کردم مرا یا رب نمیخواهی گناه است و اگر نفرین بیم دنیا یه بد کردم به حرفم گوش کن یا رب به دردم گوش کن یا رب اگر بیهوده میگویم مرا خاموش کن یا رب اگر بیهوده میگویم مرا خاموش کن یا رب.
Inshallah, Nasheed number 34, page 96 on the Farsi book in the app.
یار میگوید الله دلدار میگوید الله یار میگوید الله دلدار میگوید الله هر کجا دیوانه هوشیار میگوید الله عاشق و دل دادیم دلدار یا رسول الله عاشق و دل دادیم دلدار یا رسول الله عاشق جانانه بی جان یا رسول الله سر به بستان گل در گلستان الله جان 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 الله من تو را قربان الله جان 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 الله من تو را قربان من و جانم به سودای مدینه یار میگوید الله بزد دل در چمنزار مدینه یار میگوید الله کبوتر برگردد دل من یار میگوید الله بگرد سبز خضرای مدینه یار میگوید الله یار میگوید الله دلدار میگوید الله یار میگوید الله دلدار میگوید الله هر کجا دیوانه هوشیار میگوید الله عاشق و دل دادیم دلدار یا رسول الله عاشق و دل دادیم دلدار یا رسول الله عاشق جانانه می جان یا رسول الله سر به بستان گل در گلستان الله جان 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 الله من تو را قربان الله جان 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 الله من تو را قربان روم گردر چمنزار مدینه یار میگوید الله شبم آهوی سلطان مدینه یار میگوید الله ای زریحان به بود والله بالله یار میگوید الله مرا خار مغیلان مدینه یار میگوید الله یار میگوید الله دلدار میگوید الله یار میگوید الله دلدار میگوید الله هر کجا دیوانه هوشیار میگوید الله عاشق و دل دادیم دلدار یا رسول الله عاشق و دل دادیم دلدار یا رسول الله عاشق جانانه ای جان یا رسول الله سر به بستان گل در گلستان الله جان 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 الله من تو را قربان الله جان 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 الله من تو را قربان الله جان 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 الله من تو را قربان.
Inshallah, Nasheed number 5, page 12 on the Farsi book in the app.
لا فتى إلا علي لا سيف إلا ذو الفيغار لا فتى إلا علي لا سيف إلا ذو الفيغار اذكروا على محمد كل الليل ونهار بارها قفت محمد كي علي جان مناس بارها قفت محمد كي علي جان مناس هم بجان علي هم بمحمد صلوات لا فتى إلا علي لا سيف إلا ذو الفيغار
لا فتى إلا علي لا سيف إلا ذو الفيقار
اذكروا على
محمد كل الليل والنهار
قاهرا أدوب يا ولي الولي يا مظهر العجائب يا مرتضى علي 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 علي
لا فتى إلا علي لا سيف إلا ذو الفيقار لا فتى إلا علي لا سيف
إلا ذو الفيغار اذكروا على
محمد
كل الليل والنهار قال رسول الله يا مدينة المعلي بابها قال رسول الله يا مدينة المعلي بابها علي بابه علي بابه علي بابه علي بابه علي بابه علي بابه لا فتى إلا علي لا سيف إلا ذو الفيغار
لا فتى إلا علي لا سيف إلا ذو الفيقار
اذكروا على محمد كل الليل ونهار يا نكتب بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم يا نكتب بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم يا أسد الله غالب يا مرتضى يا علي يا أسد الله غالب يا مرتضى يا علي إلا فتى إلا علي لا سيف إلا ذو الفيغار
لا فتى إلا علي لا سيف إلا ذو الفيقار
اذكروا على
محمد كل الليل والنهار
يا أبا الحسن يا أبا الحسين جان پیغمبر مشوق زهرا یا شاه مردان یا شیر یزدان یا حکم و فرمان یا نور جانان ای جان جانان ای داء درمان ای مشکل خوشا فاتح خیبر الا فتح الا علی لا سیف الا ذو الفیقار لا فتح الا علی لا سیف الا ذو الفیقار اذكروا على محمد كل الليل والنهار.
Inshallah, Arabic Salawat book 25, page number 57.
نور المصطفى نور المصطفى ملا الأكوان
ملا الأكوان حبيبي محمد 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 خير المرسلين نور المصطفى نور المصطفى ملا الأكوان ملا الأكوان حبيبي محمد 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 غير المرسلين
نور المصطفى
نور المصطفى
شمس الكمال يا نور العين حبيبي محمد 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 خير المرسلين نور المصطفى نور المصطفى ملأ الأكوان ملأ الأكوان حبيبي محمد 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 خير المرسلين نورك الوداع مالك الأرواح نورك الوداع مالك الأرواح كم محبا راح إلى الحرمين حبيبي محمد 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 خير المرسلين نور المصطفى نور المصطفى ملأ الأكوان ملأ الأكوان حبيبي محمد 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 خير المرسلين يلا يا بدي بلغنا جميع يلا يا بدي بلغنا جميع حضرة الشفيع خير ثقلين حبيبي محمد 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 خير المرسلين نور المصطفى نور المصطفى ملأ الأكوان ملأ الأكوان حبيبي محمد 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 خير المرسلين.
Inshallah, Urdu Qawali book, Naat number 57. روک لیتی ہے آپ کی نسبت تیر جتنے بھی ہم پہ چلتے ہیں یہ کرم ہے حضور کا ہم پر آنے والے عذاب ٹلتے ہیں روک لیتی ہے آپ کی نسبت تیر جتنے بھی ہم پہ چلتے ہیں یہ کرم ہے حضور کا ہم پر آنے والے عذاب ٹلتے ہیں وہ سمجھتے ہیں بولیاں سب کے وہی برتے ہیں جولیاں سب کے وہ سمجھتے ہیں بولیاں سب کے وہ سمجھتے ہیں جولیاں سب کی، ہاؤ دربار مصطفیٰ کو چلے، غم خوشی میں وہاں پہ ڈلتے ہیں، روک لیتی ہے آپ
کی نسبت،
تیر جتنے بھی ہم پہ چلتے ہیں، یہ کرم ہے حضور کا ہم پر، آنے والے عذاب ٹلتے ہیں، اپنی اوقات صرف اتنی ہے، کچھ نہیں بات صرف اتنی ہے، اپنی اوقات صرف اتنی ہے، کچھ نہیں بات صرف اتنی ہے، کل بھی ٹکڑوں پہ ان کے پلتے تھے، اب بھی ٹکڑوں پہ ان کے پلتے ہیں، روک لیتی ہے
آپ کی نسبت،
تیر جتنے بھی ہم پہ چلتے ہیں، اب ہمیں کیوں کوئی گرائے گا، ہر سہارا گلے لگائے گا، اب کو میں کیا کوئی گرائے گا، ہر سہارا گلے لگائے گا، ہم نے خود کو گرا لیا ہے وہاں، گرنے والے جہاں سنبھلتے ہیں، روک لیتے ہیں آپ کی نسبت، تیر جتنے بھی ہم پہ چلتے ہیں، رو کرم ہے حضور کا ہم پر، آنے والے عذاب
ٹلتے
ہیں، گھر وہی مشک بار ہوتے ہیں، خلد سے ہم کنار ہوتے ہیں، گھر وہی مشک بار ہوتے ہیں، خلد سے ہم کنار ہوتے ہیں، ذکر سرکار کے حوالوں سے جن گھروں میں چراغ جلتے ہیں، روک لیتی ہے آپ کی نسبت، تیر جتنے بھی ہم پہ چلتے ہیں، یہ کرم ہے حضور
کا ہم پر،
آنے والے عذاب ٹلتے ہیں۔ انشاءاللہ نعت نمبر 55 اردو قاری بک۔ آج محمد آئے مورے گھر آج محمد آئے مورے گھر دائے حلیمہ کہتی تھی گھر گھر دائے حلیمہ کہتی تھی گھر گھر آج محمد آئے مورے گھر آج محمد آئے مورے گھر آنکھوں میں مزاق کا سرما آنکھوں میں مزاق کا سرما سر پر تاج ورا فانا کا سر پر تاج ورا فانا کا حسن مجسم اللہ اکبر حسن مجسم اللہ اکبر آج محمد آئے مورے گھر آج محمد آئے مورے گھر صبح ازل ہے مکھڑا ان کا صبح ازل ہے مکھڑا ان کا شام ابد ہے زلف کا سایہ شام ابد ہے زلف کا سایہ ان سے ہوا ہر قلب منور ان سے ہوا ہر قلب منور آج محمد
آئے مورے گھر
آج محمد آئے مورے گھر مہک لگاؤں گھر کو سجاؤں مہک لگاؤں گھر کو سجاؤں میں آنگن میں تورے گن گاؤں میں آنگن میں تورے گن گاؤں تن من واروں ان کے چرن پر تن من واروں ان کے چرن پر آج محمد آئے مورے گھر آج محمد آئے مورے گھر آؤ سخی سب مل کر گائے آؤ سخی سب مل کر گائے اپنے پیا کا جشن منائے اپنے پیا کا جشن منائے صلی اللہ کی دھوم ہو گھر گھر صلی اللہ کی دھوم ہو گھر گھر آج محمد آئے مورے گھر آج
محمد آئے
مورے گھر رم جم برسے نور کی برکھا رم جم برسے نور کی برکھا آیا ہے معراج کا دولہا آیا ہے معراج کا دولہا دھرتی اور آکاش سے بہتر دھرتی اور آکاش سے بہتر آج محمد آئے
مورے گھر
آج محمد آئے مورے گھر دائے حلیمہ کہتی تھی گھر گھر دائے
حلیمہ
کہتی تھی گھر گھر آج محمد آئے مورے گھر آج آج محمد آئے مورے گھر. انشاءاللہ اردو والی بک نعت نمبر 44. منظر فضائے دہر میں سارا علی کا ہے، سارا علی کا ہے. منظر فضائے دہر میں سارا علی کا ہے، سارا علی کا ہے. جس سمت دیکھتا ہوں نظارہ علی کا ہے، نظارہ علی کا ہے. منظر فضائے دہر میں سارا علی کا ہے، سارا علی کا ہے. دنیا آشتی کی پابند مجھے تباہ حسن، دنیا آشتی کی پابند مجھے تباہ حسن. لخت جگر نبی کا، لخت جگر نبی کا تو پیارا علی کا ہے. منظر فضائے دہر میں سارا علی کا ہے، سارا علی کا ہے. ہستی کی آبتاب حسین سما جنا، ہستی کی آبتاب حسین سما جنا. زہرا کا لال راج، زہرا کا لال راج دلارا علی کا ہے. منظر فضائے دہر میں سارا
علی کا ہے،
سارا علی کا ہے. کل کا جمال جزو کے چہرے سے ہے عیاں، کل کا جمال جزو کے چہرے سے ہے عیاں. گھوڑے پہ ہے حسین، گھوڑے پہ ہے حسین، نظارہ علی کا ہے. منظر فضائے دہر میں سارا علی کا ہے، سارا علی کا ہے. آثار پڑھ کے مہدی دوران کے یوں لگا، آثار پڑھ کے مہدی دوران کے یوں لگا. آثار پڑھ کے مہدی دوران کے یوں لگا، آثار پڑھ کے مہدی دوران کے یوں لگا. جیسے ظہور وہ بھی، جیسے ظہور وہ بھی دوبارہ علی کا ہے. منظر فضائے دہر میں سارا علی کا ہے، سارا علی کا ہے. دنیا میں اور کون ہے اپنا بجز علی 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 ہم بے کسوں کا ہے تو ہم بے کسوں کا ہے تو سہارا علی کا ہے منظر فضائے دہر میں سارا علی کا ہے سارا علی کا ہے تو کیا ہے اور کیا ہے تیرے علم کی بساط تو کیا ہے اور کیا ہے تیرے علم کی بساط تو کیا ہے اور کیا ہے تیرے علم کی بساط تو کیا ہے اور کیا ہے تیرے علم کی بساط تجھ پر کرم نصیر ہم پر کرم نصیر یہ سارا علی کا ہے منظر فضائے دہر میں سارا علی کا ہے سارا علی کا ہے جس سمت دیکھتا ہوں جس سمت دیکھتا ہوں نظارہ علی کا ہے منظر فضائے دہر میں سارا علی کا ہے سارا علی کا ہے نظارہ علی کا ہے نظارہ علی کا ہے
اللهم صل وسلم وبارك عليه وعلى آله إلى شرف النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم وعلى أصحابه الكرام وعلى مشايخنا في طريقة النقشبندية العالية وصغير وساداتنا والصديقين على الفاتحة. يا رسول الكريم آمين. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام أشرف المرسلين سيدنا ومولانا محمد المصطفى صلى الله عليه وسلم بمددكم ونظركم سيدي يا رسول الكريم يا حبيب العظيم مدد يا سيدي يا سلطان الأولياء الشيخ عبد الفيض الداغستاني سلطان الأولياء الشيخ محمد ناظم هذا الحقاني مولانا الشيخ هشام كباني الشيخ عدنان كباني الشيخ محمد رادل عبد الخالق الخشدواني صاحب زمان سيد محمد المهدي عليه السلام روح الله سيدنا عيسى عليه السلام سيف الله سيدنا عليه السلام ثم سيدنا أبو بكر الصديق سيدنا عمر سيدنا عثمان إمام الحسن عليه السلام إمام الحسين عليه السلام سيداتنا فاطمة عليه السلام سائر وساداتنا والصديقين على الفاتحة. فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم أطيعوا الله أطيعوا الرسول وأولي الأمر منكم. And always a reminder from myself أنا عبدك العاجز ضعيف مسكين ظالم مجاهد, and but for the grace of Allah that we're still in existence, and alhamdulillah that Allah gave us this immense deen, this immense religion to reach to the Divinely Presence and the immense reality of Sayyidina Muhammad. And our duty in life is to leave the mulk and reach to malakut. This religion, this way, this reality, it makes no sense in the physical realm, and its haqqaiqs and realities are all based on the spiritual realm. Means with every logic they try to use for the physicality to teach this and to teach that, and it becomes a set of rules and a set of understandings, but its real reality, its purpose is for guidance of the soul. To tame the physicality, bring the physicality into submission and return the spirituality and return the light back to its origin. And that awliyaullah and those who've been trained by pious souls, by the love of Allah, ati'ullah, ati'ur Rasul ulul amri minkum, that these ulul their purpose is to bring back a reminder that we are from a world of light, and that light and energy and frequency, it is an equal denominator and it teaches us immense realities. It's the reality in which we are asking to return to, and it's the reality in which we should think like. We have to think from the world of light and energy and sound and vibration, and stop thinking from the realm of physicality. Physicality by its nature separates. Physicality by its nature, if you use a physical understanding, a material understanding, these teachings, these realities make no sense. Because physicality by its nature is you and 2, 3, 4, all objects that are separate. The world of light is unity, in which everything returns to the world of light and the ocean of light, and what distinguishes the achievement of that light is the frequency and the spectrum of which that light's purity has reached. So the frequencies are infinite, the spectrum's infinite, and this becomes our goal, is to attain the reality of the world of light and to attain the highest frequencies and the highest realities and hues of light, in which this is the divine gift and the beatific hues, the beatific colours that Allah dress upon the soul. If we understand from the world of light and think from the world of light, meditate and contemplate to enter into this world of light, then many realities open for the heart of the servant and the soul of the servant. This of what we talked about last night, the highest gift that Allah God Almighty has given to Prophet is that we come from his light, and the frequency of the Muhammadan light, the hue and the nature and the power of that light, within it has been instilled with a power. That we created this creation in truth, means the purity of the light is a definition that we on earth call truth. In heavens, truth is the frequency and the power of light. The truth is not by kalam and by words, but the truth is by light, because words and tongues can be deceiving. The truth of the Divine is that I created the origin of everything with a haqq, because in Arabic the ha and the qaf, that it's hayy and qayyum, it's eternal. that beatific hue, the beatific light, the beatific realities of that light is known to us as Muhammadun Rasulullah, and that is the haqq of Allah, and from that every creation is manifesting. And as that manifestation goes out and every energy that it encounters, every action and choice that it encounters begins to affect the vibration and the hue, the colour of that light. The more they deviate from the truth, the more that falsehood is attached upon that light. And that's why Allah describes truth and falsehood, they don't go together. And falsehood, because these are the attachments of negativities and bad energies and bad manifestations to an origin of truth. Allah is like calcification on a sea creature. You see all these things that begin to grow upon the creature, Allah described that those falsehoods zahuqan, means nothing false remains. It doesn't have an existence other than a temporary. The falsehood that attaches to a truth, it has to be destroyed. It dissipates, crumbles into nothingness. It becomes non-existent in the world of light. And that everything must return back to the origin. And the intercession of Sayyidina Muhammad that when we try to understand these teachings, it's not physical. If people think that we stand in a physical audience and there's physical presence and intercession would be then somebody talking on our behalf, somebody asking for something to be taken, something to be given, something to be granted. These are physical minds trying to have a relevance of something that is irrelevant to them. So they have to bring it into a relevance and think, oh, is this like a court of law? And they would teach like that, say, yes, it's like a court of law because this is only relevant to what you understood. And as a result somebody talk and somebody represents and somebody takes something away and something will be granted. As we elevate, and this is through their seclusions, their tafakkur, their contemplation, they operate in this world of light. They see the world of light, they see the effects of what's happening in the world of light. They see the beatific hues and colours and how these lights dress and how these lights take away difficulties and badness. And as we elevate towards the end of this existence upon earth, in which light and sound is everything. When they understood that and they teach the students, stop thinking from the world of form. You have to visualize, and our graphic people can help people, that if a court appears, an audience appears and everybody appears with their little candles in that room, and depending upon how many sins, what type of actions they have done, what type of difficulties they have put upon themselves, all these little candles like different colours, flickering, some coming on and off temporarily, that like a visualization of the light of their reality and how it was affected by their physicality and their sayyat, the sins of their actions upon this earth. Because when we enter into the world of light with our prayers, with our soul, that we have an eternal existence in that world of light, and for us to visualize and our graphic people to make graphics that people can understand the world of light, that all these little candles appear. But when the sun shines in the room, the light of all candles disappear. And this is the amazing reality of light, that even if there are 1,000 zulumats and oppressions and darkness, if the whole room was filled with just the void of darkness from oppression and what we call zulum, what we call darkness, if a light appears, this is the miraculous nature of light, immediately it illuminates. There is no darkness that can take the illumination of light away. Billions of oppressions, billions of zulumat, if you were to have in a room, as soon as one light appears, its miraculous nature is it pushes away darkness. This for us to understand that when Allah says the truth, when it appears, it's a light, it's luminous. The falsehood is the darkness and zulm and zahuqan, it has no existence. It's not something that can take the light out, but the light by its nature pushes away oppression and darkness and badness. So imagine that all these struggling souls appear within a room, an audience, an event, and a luminous soul enters like the sun. As soon as that sun shines, the reality of light, and this is why quantum theory, quantum mechanics, quantum understandings, that human reality has taken itself to the understandings of light. Because these are the last days, they will fight with light, they will communicate with light, they will encrypt with light, they will fight with vibrations and sounds, they'll manifest with sounds. All of these are the realities coming to the last days because insan has taken themselves to the understanding of that level. But as a result the kingdom is very near, and that the people of the kingdom should return back to the realities of the kingdom. That to think about the Divinely Kingdom in the world of light, not by the world of form that by its nature doesn't understand and by its nature separates and divides. As soon as that luminous like a sun to appear in that room and begin to shine, what happens with the reality of light? The power and the illumination of that light, you can no longer see the candles. So imagine there's 100 candles in front of you, and in front of all of those a sun appears that blinds you. You can see nothing but that sun. Within it you could see nothing of the candles because the reality of the diffusion of light is that those lights they cannot appear in the presence of that more powerful light. Now imagine that light, the beatific green powerful light of Sayyidina Muhammad, this is the light of Sayyidina Muhammad's light of intercession. That as soon as that light of intercession shines, every hue of light is completely destroyed within it, dissipate and completely dissolved in it like an ocean. It can't keep its identity because it's falsehood in the presence of the truth. That when that beatific green light of intercession, many different hues of light, but when the green light of intercession begins to appear in that room, in that audience, in that reality, every hue of light is completely taken to nothingness. Mahya dunub, the one whom Allah has eternally granted intercession. It's not something he must request. Allah created the light of Prophet with the vibration and the colour of intercession, the hue and the power of it, because we don't think anymore from the world of form. When Allah created this reality, He created the spectrum and the power of the light most supreme. And as a result, every time that light would shine, every other light would be lost within it. Anything falsehood of it would be completely destroyed, and then muhya al-qulub, that it would be rebuilt with His beatific light. and that its appearance would be the appearance of the very green light that was shined upon it. And this is the reality of intercession. This is the reality of intercession in the world of light that happens throughout the day, every day, in every event, and this is the gift that Allah gave to the light and to the soul of Sayyidina Muhammad. It's not a physical, you go and you have to speak and he has to take the case. This was for a understanding within a limited capacity mind. But the people of Ma'rifah have always known because Allah showed them the world of light. But now the people of dunya have entered into the study of light. The scientists in the study of light, they know the reality. They know that if they take a laser of a specific hue, a specific colour, they shine it, all other colours vanish within it. They even have green lasers, and we've discussed before, that are so powerful that they keep going through space. And if you shine a powerful green laser within the atmosphere, it keeps going until it touches something. If anything hidden within the skies, all of a sudden you see the dot of the laser appear, because if there's nothing there the laser continues its movement. As a result, people would shine that into the sky and they would hit maybe vehicles within the sky that were trying to hide, and they banned powerful green lasers. More powerful than red, more powerful than blue, more powerful than many other colours. But this were for people to have an understanding that the hue and the colour of the light is the reality. They can send a light now to destroy a building, to destroy an object. They can send a light from the earth all the way into the skies and take out satellites. Means their sciences have taken humanity to a deeper understanding of light. Now we go back into the spirituality and realize that when every action we do, we have a colour of light and a frequency. If our actions were strong, the light appears with a strength, and the power of the light is based on our frequency. ثُمَّ آمَنُوا وَثُمَّ كَفَرُوا، they believe, they disbelieve, they believe, they disbelieve. You would visualize like a flickering light because the frequency is off. It's like when your Wi-Fi is not very strong in your area and everything keeps dropping, your internet drops, your calls drop. But if you had a satellite connection where you're not going over a Wi-Fi signal, you are actually a hardwired individual whom Allah wired your reality, there is no flickering. Full speed coming into their reality means the hue of their light has an immense power. When we understand with this light, when they appear in their worshipness, what Allah gave to reality is that when the Muhammadan light appears, all lights will be completely dissipated. They will be lost in the frequency and in the power of that light. As a result, every imperfection as they appear, the Muhammadan light completely destroys it, rebuilds it to its perfection, and those lights move into the light of Sayyidina Muhammad, and that Prophet carries those lights to the Divinely Presence, and that he asks and makes du'a from Allah, dresses and perfects those lights, and then they return back to their physicality. And as a result Allah says, your nation does not tire from sinning and I don't tire from forgiving them. These are deep realities that every time your light goes back to you and again we do bad things or incorrect things or shaitan throws upon us difficulties and badness, Allah gave to us the means of intercession. And as soon as they do their practices and their ibadah, the Muhammadan light again burns away every badness, brings within his reality, presents to the presence of Allah dressed and blessed with the Muhammadan frequency back into their physicalities, their existence and their lives. Then we understand that in every action Allah gave for this nation, it's based on Muhammadun Rasulullah Man dha alladhi yashfahu illa bi'idhnih. In Ayatul Kursi Allah describing that who could intercede for you except by His permission. Why? Because Allah created Muhammadun Rasulullah with the frequency of intercession, because it's not a physical event. It's not an event where he has to keep asking Allah, because the light was created to destroy every other frequency and rebuild it the way Allah wants in His beatific frequency. And then Allah giving to all of creation, who of you can do that and intercede and change the hue and the frequencies of lights except by the permission of Prophet, because it requires his Muhammadan frequency to dress the servant and to bless the servant. How can you receive a Muhammadan frequency if not from the permission of Sayyidina Muhammad? Because Allah has no form, has no likeness, has no place in which you can occupy a space with Allah. And that's why the kalima are in English, our testimony of faith, what we call kalima, is La ilaha illallah. There is no divinity, there is nothing but Allah, don't look there. And that our existence is in the second part called Muhammadun Rasulullah. La ilaha illallah is the power for the ocean of Muhammadun Rasulullah. So now we say, okay, when we want to come to Islam, all your life you did wrong, you did anything or everything or whatever you did, why then the first pillar is Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah, because immediately your soul, as soon as it makes the testimony of faith, it is presented to the presence of Prophet, the Muhammadan light immediately hits that soul and makes it to be a Muhammadan reality. And as a result of the Muhammadan reality, Allah has brought that soul into Islam, into the deen of Allah. The only way to the reality of La ilaha illallah is through that door of Muhammadun Rasulullah. That's why we call it by many realities. The shahada, the witnessing, is that Muhammadan light enters to you, you enter into Islam. The kalima of cleaning and perfection, that same kalima we use to clean. Why? Because every time we say, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah, every negativity will be burned because the presence of Prophet appears to that servant. They see it, they don't see it as of no importance. This is the power of intercession and the power of the reality of Prophet, that throughout the day Allah is having us to reset our light, to reboot our system by just mentioning Muhammadun Rasulullah. Our azan, and the only way we can reach to the salah is as soon as we say Muhammadun Rasulullah, every darkness goes and shaitan begins to run. Why? Because now the Muhammadan light is coming. And as soon as they're in their salah, Salaamu alayka ya ayyuhan nabi wa ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah, immediately all their light dresses upon them and the reality of themselves takes away their sayyat and redresses with the Muhammadan frequency and Muhammadan light. Only at that time they enter into these lights in which the light of Prophet is then asking Allah, And then Allah dressing and accepting the dua of Muhammadun Rasulullah, and then everybody's lights go back into their reality, back out into their existence. Everything is based on this kalimah. Every time there's a negativity or badness they say, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah, Ashhadu Muhammad Rasulullah. Why? Because this is our gift of a rebooting. That every time we're into negativity, badness, doubt, any type of difficulty, the believer's weapon is to bring the presence of Prophet. Immediately every negativity will be burned and every Muhammadan light will begin to exist within that servant. And this is the immense reality of intercession. And in every aspect of that reality, every association, every salah, every zikr, everything that this nation does is under the auspices of Sayyidina Muhammad. Allah made us to continuously recite that reality, mention that reality through our tongues. Why? Because our soul will be in an audience in the presence of the light of Prophet. That light has such a frequency, such a immense dress from Izzati wa Jalalihi that Allah gave to that light from pre-eternity, that anyone whom appears in that light, every badness will be drawn from them, completely destroyed from them, and every hue of beatific light will be dressed upon them. Now how much can they keep that light? As soon as they finish the salah they do something bad again, shaitan destroys their light. Our life is to keep the beatific frequency and hue of that light with continuous salawat, continuous durood, continuous khidmat, continuous services, so that the beatific lights of Muhammadun Rasulullah dress and intercede for the servant. And this is when Allah say, how can I punish them when they're asking istighfar and that you are with them. And in other verses Allah describes the Nabi Prophet feekum, that he is around you, amongst you, and the reality that he is within you. That this nation Allah made them, as soon as their tongue says Muhammadun Rasulullah, immediately these lights of Prophet appear and begin to intercede for the servant. And that intercession is merely the light that comes, destroys every falsehood, because nothing can stand in the presence of that light. There is no shaitan, there is no badness, there is nothing that can stand when Allah says, Ahukan. It has no existence, it's merely a dirt. And that's why a shower, no matter how dirty you are, you enter into the shower, all the dirt is washed. But doesn't mean you're clean because 5 minutes later you jump back into the mud. Our life was to take that shower, take that reality, even in our wudu and even in our ghusl and in every action we're naming Muhammadun Rasulullah means to take that beatific dress and live a life of a beatific light, in which to abstain from badness and bad energies and bad character, and to encourage one another towards the goodness of these realities and this zikr. And that's why the zikr of Allah is, Inna Allahi wa malaikatuhu yusalluna ala nabi. But this durood, this salawat, these amazing realities is just by our salawat. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ali Sayyidina Muhammad. It's in our azan, it's in our salah, it's in every action that we are doing. Our lights are entering into this ocean of realities. The light of Prophet comes and shines and destroys every badness and redresses everything with every beatific reality. Now at the level of light, and then understanding that if that light is to be powerful, it's been dressed, now you have this beatific green hue upon your soul, how to keep the frequency of your light to become strong, and that's by your vibration and your salawat. That if your life is with the adab and the etiquette, Ask somebody from tariqah, are you doing your etiquette? Are you doing the 300 salawats, 500 salawats, 1000 salawats? Say, no. I said, then you're like a bulb that keeps going out. Every 5 minutes your light bulb goes out, shaitans attack you. Every 10 minutes it goes out, shaitan attacks you. That's why the tariqah was given us a fuel. Your fuel and your power are the etiquettes, the recitations that we're supposed to recite. We are the people of ZikrAllah, and what we described was ZikrAllah. ZikrAllah was energy. ZikrAllah is the haqqaiq of wudu. Everything and every power is coming by us increasing the frequency and energy of that light. When the light is being dressed upon the servant, it's their responsibility, increase the frequency. The more that you do your zikr, the more that you do your salawats, the more that you're busy increasing the frequency, good actions, good character, charity, means now the power of your green light becomes powerful. When we understand from the world of light, then we begin to understand everything. So when no mind people, absolutely they have no mind because they don't understand haqqaiq. Everywhere we go now we are conscious of light and energy. As a person who understood what we just said, you go somewhere negative, you have this beatific light shining that nobody sees. You go into the mall and every type of darkness is there because they all have negative lights. What happens? The negative is attracted to the positive, and as a result every negativity comes to that person and they lose their light. No problem, they go back home, they wash, they do their practices and regain their charge. But now imagine now that person goes to the graveyard of pious people. They're not worshipping because these people don't understand anything. As soon as you enter into the precincts of where holy people are, because worship is only for Allah, but because they don't understand anything from the world of light, everything for them is ridiculous statements from shaitan. And it shows to them that they're still in diapers and they're making a mess within their diaper. They are not from the men of the Divine. They have no aql and no mind from realities, but from the people of the Divine they begin to teach you. When you understood everything is a light, what happens when you go into holy places? If the mall can destroy you, imagine what holy place is. Whom Allah says, no, they're very much alive in their grave. If this was the grave of rijal and pious, what happens? As soon as you enter into a precincts of light, the Muhammadan lights are emanating from that area. Not a word has to be said. Just like we described, as soon as your light enters into their precincts, that falsehood of ourselves is completely obliterated by their Muhammadan reality. Because that soul is a representation of Muhammadun Rasulullah. That soul is continuously in the presence of Prophet. They were in the presence in dunya and they are now the representation on this earth in that grave of Muhammadun Rasulullah. So visiting pious people is like visiting Madinatul Munawwarah. This is the ni'mat when they don't understand the lights of Muhammadun Rasulullah, because shaitan angry that these lights of Muhammadun Rasulullah are filled upon this earth because it is the reality of this creation. And when there's a ashiqeen and Muhammadun and a reality of an ashiqeen and one whom achieved that level of love, they are in a continuous state of love in their reality. They're free from their nafs, they're free from bad character. Their maqams are like a beatific Medina, fragrances, angels, mu'min beings, all these lights and frequencies emanating. The servants merely walk into that precincts and their lights are all changed. This is the intercession that Allah gave to the reality of Prophet, and Allah clarifies in Ayatul Kursi, who can intercede for you except by His permission. It's not by the permission of Allah. Allah gave that permission by the creation of the light of Muhammadun Rasulullah, whom He's talking to is to every other creation that you don't have that frequency. Why are you going out and telling people you can change their light or change this or change that? I accept no one but Muhammadun Rasulullah. And this was on Shafa'at Kubra. On the Day of Judgment, this hadith of Shafa'at Kubra bears witness and daleel that all the Prophets they don't have that power. They are in need for the Muhammadan light and frequency, and they take all their nations to the presence of Prophet, but his nation was granted this reality in dunya by their salawat, their durood, even their salah, everything they're doing. Allah is making the appearance of the presence of Prophet's light, changing their lives, blessing their lives. When we think from light, when we visit holy people, just entering into their precincts, the Muhammadan frequencies changing us. You open into their zawiyas, to their presence, whatever it is, people are not understanding, then why do you go there? Why do you do your things at home? But your home doesn't have that reality. If you turn on their associations, that reality begins to enter into that precincts, begin to change the colour, the hue and the lights of that. But as soon as you turn off the broadcast, you're back to your life, your TV, your shows, your actions, and then that energy is lost again. But you enter into their precincts, their places of ibadah, their presence, their realities, they are representations of Muhammadun Rasulullah, beatific lights. Anyone enters into their precincts, immediately their hue of light is lost and redressed by the Muhammadan frequencies and the Muhammadan lights. This is the blessings that Allah وَكُونُوا مَعَ صَادِقِينَ. Ittaqullah, have a consciousness. Taqwa we said before is not for the blind, there is no taqwa with blind people. They don't see anything, they don't believe anything. Taqwa is for those whom Allah open their heart, be conscious, be careful. You do bad things, you will lose your vision. They have taqwa, they have a fear that their whole life's work could be lost with bad actions, and they would enter onto this life and return back to blindness, which is not what they want in their life. So when Allah Taqullah wa kunu ma'a sadiqeen, that these servants of taqwa, they're continuously in the presence of the sadiq and truthful servants of the Divine. Truthful by what? What was truthful were those whom were loyal to their love of Prophet. As a result they carry the light of Muhammadun Rasulullah. Eat with them, pray with them, pray in their associations and in their zawiyas, listen to their teachings, listen to everything. Every time you make your salah, every time you make your zikr, every time you do any of your ibadah, all of the Muhammadan lights are dressing the servant. And this is the great gift that Allah gave to this nation, that all nations are in need of the intercession of Muhammadun Rasulullah. It's on Ayatul Kursi because the Kursi is the governing authority for all nations in the world of light. All Prophets, all their nations, all these souls, they gather at the throne and the chair of authority, and that authority is Muhammadun Rasulullah. And that authority is stating that, who can intercede, man alladhi yashfahu, except by his permission that was already granted by Allah, because this is not a physical event. Allah created the light and the frequency and called it hamd, muhamd, ahmd. As a result, that frequency, that light, that praise was created by that reality, and the only power for that reality is in Allahi wa malaikatuhu yusalluna ala nabi. Allah's zikr and angel zikrs are continuously upon that reality, and that gives the power, the intercession and the reality of the hue and the colour of the realities of Prophet. We pray that Allah grant us a greater understanding in the world of light and leave this understanding of the world of form that makes everything of a no mind, it makes no sense. Everything that they think and how they think is from physical when these are not physical events. Paradise, there is no physicality, it's a world of light. There's no physical foods, these are the zikrs and the nourishments of the world of light, and that hues of light become the dhikr and the food of people. That every time Allah wants to reward the inhabitants of paradise, He sends beatific energies and lights which send their lights into ecstasy. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifoon. As-salamun al mursaleen. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. Bi hurmati Muhammad al-Mustafa بسر سورة الفاتحة. شفاعة يا رسول الكريم آمين إن شاء الله. Let's try to keep it on topic. What do we have from our SMC family, inshaAllah?
As-salamu alaykum Sayyidi.
Wa alaykum salam wa rahmatullah.
If we are a flickering candle or like an old iPhone whose batteries drains very quickly, or we are not good at preserving and protecting and storing our light and energy, how can we seal our leak, Sayyidi?
By the increasing your energy practice and increasing your Durood Shareef. Everything that the shaykhs are doing, all the actions of tariqah is different from other groups. Somebody goes in there, Islam is just Jummah. How are you going to get your energy on just Jummah? Every time you make your salah, Prophet dresses your light, you go out and do 10 crazy things. So they have, when you look at them and say like, what do you do on a daily basis? Nothing. So then how are you getting power? How are you sustaining that energy? And they don't. And they don't have any actions that are so show you they're sustainable. So that's the interesting part. Then they turn around to tariqah and say, what do you do? Well, I have a zikr, I have a awrad, I have all these practices, I have to go for zikr Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I have to do this after this prayer, I have to recite this after this prayer. All of those were the energies that they're supposed to be doing, and then on top of that, oh this shaykh I have to do muraqabah, which is an immense energy source. So again now with understanding the world of light, you do your tafakkur and contemplation, the shaykh is a Muhammadan light for you. As soon as you connect to that light, Prophet described, now you're travelling at the speed of light. 1 hour with him is 70 years of worship for somebody else. So what is that? Because now you're entering into timeless reality. 1 hour in the presence of a Muhammadan light, Prophet described, it's a hadith. 1 hour of tafakkur is 70 years of worship. So what about people whom are teaching you tafakkur? Means they represent the Muhammadan frequency, the Muhammadan lights. 1 hour of tafakkur, 1 hour with them is 70 years of worshipness just from the world of light. People in the world of form they don't understand that. What does that mean? What do you mean 70 years of worshipness? Because what you achieve of light on your soul, you could not get it for 70 years of your practices. Because every time you make salah you go out and do something bad. So every time you do this and you don't have too many amals, you have your 5 prayers and 1 Jummah. What are you going to do with that? When shaitan is hitting you from 6 directions every day, all day long. But then when you ask the tariqah, no, they have like 40, 50 prayers a day. They have zikrs and awrads and recitations and salawats, dalal khairat, they have all these practices. Then they have to sit and do their muraqabat, the tafakkur, their contemplation, breathing practices. Then they have 3 days a week to log online and connect with the shaykh and sit in the associations of the shaykhs, so that they're overwhelmed by lights to fight all the negativities. So this is the reality of these lights, inshaAllah.
As-salamu alaykum Sayyidi.
Walaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
As it is said that Allah Azza wa Jal loves those who make tawbah, is tawbah the purification of our light, preparing us to return to the ocean of Sayyidina Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam?
Yes, when you're asking istighfar, you're asking that Allah to take away the badness and to wash away. It's like a soap in your shower. So you have to shower and this is the soap that washes it away, so that the Muhammadan frequency and light dresses upon the servant. You call the azan, the Muhammadan light has to come so that you can pray, otherwise la hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. That I have no help and no power reaching to me, means nobody can pray if Allah doesn't write for them to pray. So then this is the haqqaiq, how Allah writes for them to pray is then the Muhammadan lights are coming. You call the azan, the Muhammadan lights come, allow you to pray and push away the shayateen. Then in your salah you're giving in your tahiyat, your salams and shahada. Why? So that everything you just did can be presented to Allah. So these are the immense realities Allah has given to this nation. And Shaykh Dagestani said, if we speak more about it people won't do anything, because they'll be astonished at how much rahmah Allah has dressed upon this nation of blessings. So even to this extent we have to understand how much Allah is giving us from lights and opportunities, and in the reality of Prophet. Then you think to yourself, imagine then Mawlid Nabi, imagine all of these different events of Prophet, how much we owe the reality of Prophet and how much we are responsible to draw near to that love and to that ishq and to spread that love upon the earth, inshaAllah.
As-salamu alaykum ya Sayyidi.
Walaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
Are we an extension of our Shaykh's light, originating from Atiullah wa Atiur Rasul wa ulul amri minkum?
We're trying to reach to that reality. We're trying to get rid of our bad energies and bad lights and trying to enter into their lights. That was the whole talk. How much can the candle enter into that light, be dressed by that light but still has to go back out? It's when you go out and how much shaitan tries to fool you, attack you, beguile you, cheat you, and how much you listen to it. If you listen to it you don't go back into that room because shaitan fooled the person. So imagine then all these sheep are trying to be with the shepherd, but there are foxes and Allah created foxes and they jump in and they grab a sheep and they go. And then the sheep who went too much on the outside, maybe was doing things and people don't know what people do in their hidden time, and the shaitan grabbed them. You can't assume everybody just sitting there praying all the time. They go into dunya, they go into the world, they have different desires and different vices and different things. And that's when Prophet described, don't graze your sheep close to the edge of some other property. Means don't keep tempting yourself in shaitan's territories. If his wolf comes and grabs you, you'll be gone. And you won't be mentioning Muhammadun Rasulullah anymore. And it's not an accomplishment from you, but it's Allah taking away a great gift, so that those lights and those realities no longer reach. and that becomes the difficulty. So this is faith, this is a way of love, this is a way of good character, life of service, and service never ends. Why would service end? Shaitan didn't end. When you end your service then shaitan has overwhelmed, because our service is our defense and our blessings against shayateen. So there's no end to shaitan where all of a sudden he retires and shaitan retires, I won't attack you anymore. So our life is a life that's continuous right into the grave, and at the end of the grave we say, alhamdulillah, we reach to the grave hopefully with our service, our faith and our actions and our love intact. But it's mankind is under fierce attack, 6 directions from shayateen, and that's the danger, that's the danger.
As-salamu alaykum ya Mawlana Shaykh.
Walaikum salam wa rahmatullah.
Please forgive me if my question is incorrect. Since we learned that the origin of everything is light, what is the origin of dark matter? Is it a separate creation or is it simply the absence of light?
Dark matter is the absence of light. So the void of light, and there's also a reality of the unseen. These are the Rabbul Falaq. So this in its reality is more difficult to understand, because the concept of black hole and the reality of there's a station in annihilation where lights don't manifest, and anything that enters into the black hole, one of the realities of Prophet is that to take every manifestation and completely annihilate it. So what they found on the outside, for us to understand the inside, they say, oh, when we see a black hole it devours things, because the gravitational pull is so powerful. This is a reality of jazba, that he pulls everything into his reality and completely annihilates it. Muhammad, the spinning ocean that annihilates everything. That blackness has a reality that is a non-manifest. These are the lords of fana, and that anything near them will become completely annihilated and return back to its origin, because the other side of annihilation is the baqa, is then they are now in existence in the Divinely reality of their existence. So that when Sayyidina Musa had to enter into the fana of Prophet, because he wanted a higher reality, not his reality from Bani Israel, he wanted the Muhammadan reality. As a result of entering into the presence of that light, that's from the physical he saw light, from the spiritual he entered into the annihilation of Prophet, and completely like dust, qashya, and he completely collapsed upon the ground like a death. It was brought back in the reality, the Muhammadan reality, and awwal al-Muslimeen, and then makes the testimony of faith to reach to that reality. So everyone has a reality but they need their Muhammadan reality. Then all the Prophets on Isra wal Miraj, when they went to Al-Aqsa, why did Prophet have to go to Jerusalem and then up to the ladders of the heaven? Is because the souls of all the Prophets were waiting to reach their marifah. So as soon as they made their Muhammadan salah, na tahiyyat wa tahibbat lillah, na ashhadu an la ilaha illallah, immediately all of them annihilated in Muhammadun Rasulullah. And as a result they all entered into the deen of Allah. The deen of Allah is La ilaha illallah Muhammadun Rasulullah. With the understanding of light now we understand this reality, it makes more sense. The deen of Allah is our kalimah, is La ilaha illallah Muhammadun Rasulullah. So we say when they entered into the deen of Allah and Allah clarifies that my religion is Islam, is this submission and what Prophet brought for us of La ilaha illallah Muhammadun Rasulullah. And all the Prophets in their light form entered into that reality and dressed by the Muhammadan frequencies, inshaAllah.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, Ya Sayyidi.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Is the 15th of Shaban, the birthday of Sayyidina Imam Mahdi alayhi salam, considered the birth of the light that removes the deception of Dajjal from within our souls on this day?
The birth of the light that removes the deception of Dajjal? I don't know. The Muhammadan light, anyone adhering to the Muhammadan light, then is a protection against Dajjal, that Dajjal is deception. So this world is a deception, the preparation in our lives is that the Dajjal is always going to be present, and that every time this nation is warned against deception. The Muhammadan Hadi, the Muhammadan guides, they're always on this earth. So from the time that Prophet mentioned Muhammad al-Mahdi, then there was a Muhammadan guide that you're supposed to be reaching to. So his spiritual reality has been present since the mentioning of Prophet. So we said before, we're not a people of a time event, we're a timeless people. So amongst all of the different guides and connections and lights, there's always been a reality of Muhammad al-Mahdi. So the Mahdiyun are the ones whom reach to the light. Their hue of light is a red light under the, the sir. So that's why you have to get the heart book and study the heart book to understand the house of Allah, because the heart of the servant is supposed to be a house of Allah. What do these colours mean in the house of Allah? So that light of red from Sayyidina Mahdi has to be dressed upon the servant. That light of red is the light of war. So not war on people, war on the devil within you. So you have to be Mahdiyun, in which you fight the devil within you. Otherwise how you want to be with Sayyidina Mahdi and fight, oh I want to fight these devils, but the devil in you will kill you before that even happens. He's already inside you, just put one knife into your heart, you're finished, you're not going to be with anyone. So the servant must fight themselves and destroy the devil within them, destroy the Yazid they have within themselves that bother the Ahlul Bayt and come against the Ahlul Bayt, all of them have. You want to bring somebody to the council of justice, bring the guy within you. Everyone's out there on the street, bring them to justice, bring yourself to justice first. You have one very bad oppressor inside yourself that is oppressing you and making a disaster upon ourselves. So that's the hypocrisy. The world is so focused on the outside oppression, and those very same people seem to not care about any internal oppression. They're all tattooed and have marks all over their face, and all of a sudden they care for people. First fix yourself, take away this look that you have, take away all these bad characteristics you have. So no, this is when Allah gives these signs, it's more important that people focus on their inner reality, prepare for the Sayyidina Mahdi within yourself. Are you ready inside of you for his arrival? He's arriving at any moment because there's no time. So everything has to be internal for the servant, inshaAllah.
As-salamu alaykum Ya Sayyidi.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah.
Is Allah Azza wa Jal revealing a hidden secret about Sayyidina Muhammad through Ya, which signifies calling, and Seen, which represent the unseen or mystery wanted to be known?
Is what?
It's referring the names of Surah Yasin as the Prophet's name Ya and Seen. Seen being secret wanted to be known.
Is wanted to be known? Sure, why not? Allah.
Assalamu alaikum, Ya Sayyidi.
Walaikum salam wa rahmatullah.
Say, this is a question. When we shake hands throughout the day with friends and colleagues at work, whether we are in a state of wudu or not, do we absorb their negative energy?
Yes, of course. Touch the wrong hand and you're going to be hit with something. So best not to touch people, just like that, or make some sort of a gesture to get out of the habit of having to shake everybody's hands, or make sure you have a strong habit of keeping your tawis and wudu and everything. Because energy to energy, as soon as somebody touch there's going to be an energy, that's just a given. That's why then the tariqah teaches, make sure you have wudu and keep your practices, keep all the different things that are given to us for energy, so that to protect ourselves inshaAllah.
As-salamu alaykum, Sayyidi.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah.
Is the murid fully aware of the divine blessings that descend upon the soul on the 15th of Shaban?
Is the murid aware?
Naam, Sayyidi.
They're aware of nothing. That's why we're teaching you. If they were aware of everything they would be teaching me. So the awareness is what are they aware of anything? That's why the teachings come to the tariqah to open awareness. So the questions should be about intercession, the reality of intercession, all of these teachings. It's not something small. When we understand the world of light and when they teach these things, how could they be aware of anything? So they need to hear something, then they have to meditate, they have to open the reality and then understand, what's it? Yahu moment where they, oh okay now I understand, this is not something physical, don't think physical. This is from the world of light. In the world of light then, oh what happens when we listen to these associations? For years we talk like this, but for years people don't think they don't think spiritual. So under the intercession of the light of Prophet, Prophet describes that I have a face facing Allah and I have a face facing creation. But in the world of light there's no direction for faces. Anywhere you look at the light, that light is looking at you. You go to the right, you look, the light is looking at you. You go to the left, the light is looking at you. So people are thinking physical, like there's a physical person sitting there with two directional heads looking in different directions. Is why do you think like that? Even you ask them later, 10 years later they're thinking, oh I was thinking it was physical. Why would you think it's physical? This is a world of light. In your spirituality, when you enter that presence of the world of light, anywhere you look that light is looking at you. And Prophet making reference that that light is continuously under the tawajjuh of Allah, looking to Allah, Allah looking to the light and is a power. And that's the power of that light, receiving that tawajjuh, receiving from the face, from wajh Allah to wajhikal kareem. So light is omnidirectional, but again we speak for 30 years and people still think physical. So we don't know when the aha moment comes to somebody's, oh yeah, this is really about the world of light. Stop thinking physical, don't make reference to these teachings from your physical understanding. You have to meditate and contemplate and understand that as soon as you meditate and you see yourself in the world of light, and what happens in that light of Prophet is like an ocean. And as soon as you approach, your light is no longer visible and you're entering, as the more you enter the more you vanish. Because how could your light exist within a more powerful light? That's why our graphics guys have to show, oh everybody has a little candle. When the sun shines you don't see candles anymore. You can't even see the moon when the sun is shining. You look up and you're trying to figure out where the moon is. So there's no light that shines in the presence of a sun. Now magnify that sun by trillions more power that we can't even understand. then what kind of sin would you have, or what kind of things would be attached to you in the presence of that light? Nothing, burned completely away. But because of the rahmah, it burns all the bad but fills with the same light the beatific lights, so that all the nation are Muhammadiyun. But they gon' sin 5 minutes later as soon as their salah is finished. That's why they need a awrad. That's why they have to have etiquette and recite. As soon as that prayer is finished, meditate. As soon as that prayer is finished, start doing your awrads and zikrs. So their life is a continuous resetting and recalibrating. We said before that when your peripherals are not working and your computer is not communicating with your printer, you turn the printer on and off as much as you want, nothing gonna happen. You're supposed to turn the computer on and off so that it can rethink where all the peripherals and where all the connection, where was the lost connection. So what is our reboot is the shahada. As soon as they recite their shahada again, their entire system is rebooted and the light of Prophet is dressed upon them, inshaAllah.
As-salamu alaykum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, Ya Sayyidi.
Wa alaykum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Yesterday you talked about the alif and meme of Ummi. Does this spiritual reality tie into the green light of intercession for Ummati?
It intercedes for everything. An imam is a ummi. Remember they asked a while ago, what is imam? Yeah, alif mim. But ummi, because remember how dunya works. Haqqaiq has to come to people on earth and they say, what do you mean source file? Because we're not there yet. What do you mean source file? Like a mom. Oh okay. So the word became synonymous with mother, has nothing to do with mother. Just means you originate from something. But in reality means what? It's a source file. So there's no mother of books because it's just your adaptation for the word ummi, because you call your mom ummi. But this was not the heavenly reality. The heavenly reality is this is the source file, this is the book of the source file. Every reality is found in that book. And we describe who's the kitab? The kitab is Prophet. You have your iPhone, Allah has His own reality, which is the walking iPad of all the universes is Prophet. His soul, every reality is pushed upon that reality of the soul. So at the station of the heavens, Prophet is Kitab. Why? Because it's alam al-Qur'an. So the file that manifests on the lower heavens versus the file that is now in the source, where Allah in machine language is what? 1 and 0. Between alif and mim there is no intercession. Alif and mim is machine language for our program coders, right? Because the codes are all interpretations of binary. But when the computer's talking, it's talking at binary code, what they call machine language. So when Allah is speaking, there is no intercession, there is no angel, there is nothing. Only the reality of Muhammadun Rasulullah is picking up that energy, that dialogue. That's ummi, nothing is there. And that's when alif is continuously flowing to the haqqaiq of the mim. Now in technology we say there must be a source where everything is coming from. Where are these knowledges coming from? Where are all these realities coming from on earth? Now we're understanding that in the heaven ummi and kitab means this is the source file. This is the location and the information, the source of every kitab comes from that kitab. And all of that is the soul of Prophet in the world of light. And we are all drops of that light, and that we have to return back to that light. And then that source file, it manifests on mursaleen, lisan al-mursaleen. So this beloved tongue was created to manifest the realities of the Divine. From all the books, every book came from that holy tongue, from that holy power. One was Torah, one was Injil, one was Psalms. It came from the same tongue, until that tongue revealed to Prophet the Holy Qur'an. But all from the same heart of Prophet. So Prophet's reality contains all realities.
Assalamu alaikum ya Sayyidi.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Can you please go deeper about spiritual sustenance and its achieving? Beloved Sayyidi, please forgive my ignorance.
Spiritual sustenance is all that we're talking about. That you have to connect to the light, you have to reach to the light, and don't focus on your physical sustenance because you're chasing the wrong thing. You gotta go here, you gotta do that, I gotta do that. No, you gotta do your zikr, gotta do your awrad, gotta make your connection. And through that connection and through that light and through that energy, that you have to achieve then the lights and the dress that come upon the soul, so there has to be a connection. When the servant makes the connection to the world of light and dressed from the world of light, means now the sustenance of their soul is flowing upon their soul, their knowledges, realities. Otherwise there's a soul and your higher reality and you're not connected. So why chasing the physical? Because that's not going to come as who you are and that's not going to come as the reality. So the tariqah is not searching outside, it's searching inside. So the servant then makes their connection, the time they have, they're supposed to be making their connection stronger, stronger, stronger until that connection connects. If that connection connects, then every fires and lights and everything that we described on the 6 powers of the heart is going to be dressing the servant. So when the flow is flowing on their soul, then of course everything flows from the dunya. That's not something that they should even think about. The flow of the soul is important because you have a limited time on this earth. It's 5 days, 5 weeks, 5 months, 50 years, we don't know what that time is. So the time is not spent trying to run after the external, but it's to be spent connecting for the internal. The ones who connect to their internal reality, then they have achieved a great achievement. As a result, the flow is coming to their soul and everything coming around their dunya based on what Allah has written. But the time we have, if you're running after the outside, then you will have lost this time to achieve for your soul, inshaAllah. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun wa salaamun al mursaleen alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen bi hurmati Muhammad al-Mustafa wa siri Surat al-Fatiha. Ya Rasul Kareem, Ameen. InshaAllah bi niyat khatm khavchikan. فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأشهد أن محمدًا عبده ورسوله
أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأشهد أن محمدًا عبده ورسوله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأشهد أن محمدًا عبده ورسوله أستغفر الله 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 Astaghfirullah, 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 astaghfirullah. Astaghfirullah al-azim alladhi la ilaha illa huwa al-hayy al-qayyum wa atubu ilayh. إنه هو التواب الرحيم من كل ذنب ومعصية من كل ما يخالف دين الإسلام من كل ما يخالف الشريعة من كل ما يخالف الطريقة من كل ما يخالف المعرفة من كل ما يخالف الحقيقة من كل ما يخالف العزيمة يا أرحم الراحمين يا الله اللهم يا مسبب الأسباب مفتح الأبواب مقلب القلوب والأبصار يا دليل المتحيرين يا غياث المستغيثين يا حي يا قيوم يا ذا الجلال والإكرام وفوض أمر الله إن الله بصير بالعباد. رابطة الشريف. فاتحة الشريف. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. على رسولنا الصلوات. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد وسلم. 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 ألم نشرح لك الشريف. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألم نشرح لك صدرك ووضعنا عنك وزرك الذي أنقض ظهرك ورفعنا لك ذكرك فإن مع العسر يسرا إن مع العسر يسرا وإذا فرغت فانصب إلى ربك فارغب. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألم نشرح لك صدرك ووضعنا عنك وزرك الذي أنقض ظهرك ورفعنا لك ذكرك فإن مع العسر يسرا إن مع العسر يسرا وإذا فرغت فانصب إلى ربك فارغب. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألم نشرح لك صدرك ووضعنا عنك وزرك الذي أنقض ظهرك ورفعنا لك ذكرك فإن مع العسر يسرا إن مع العسر يسرا وإذا فرغت فانصب إلى ربك فارغب. الله أكبر. إخلاص الشريف. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. الله أكبر. فاتحة الشريف. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. على رسولنا الصلوات. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد وسلم. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد وسلم. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد
محمد وسلم اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل 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 محمد وسلم.
صلي ربي وسلم على جميع الأنبياء والمرسلين وعلى كل أجمعين والحمد لله رب العالمين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إلى شرف النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم وعلى وصحبه الكرام مشايخنا في طريق النقشبندية العالية، خاصة إلى روحي من طريق غوث الخليقة خواجة شان نقشبند محمد ويس البخاري، وسلطان الأولياء شيخ عبد الله فايز الداغستاني، وسلطان الأولياء شيخ محمد ناظم الحقاني، مولانا شيخ شام قباني، شيخ عدنان كباني، شيخ محمد عادل، ياقوت الخواص مولانا شيخ نرجان مرحمدي، مولانا عبد الخالق الغجدواني، صاحب الزمان سيدنا محمد المهدي عليه السلام، روح الله سيدنا عيسى عليه السلام، سيدنا حسن علي عليه السلام، ثم سيدنا أبو بكر الصديق، سيدنا عمر، سيدنا عثمان، إمام الحسن عليه السلام، إمام الحسين عليه السلام، سيداتنا فاطمة عليه السلام، وسائر ساداتنا الصديقين بسر سورة الفاتحة. أعلم أنه لا إله إلا الله، 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 لا إله إله إلا الله لا 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 إله إلا الله عليه صلاة الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله محمد حبيب الله لا إله إلا الله محمد نبي الله لا إله إلا الله محمد خليل الله لا إله إلا الله محمد صافي الله لا إله إلا الله محمد ناجي الله لا إله إلا الله محمد شافي الله ألا بذكر الله تطمئن القلوب ألا يا الله 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 حسبنا الله ونعم الوكيل نعم المولى ونعم النصير ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم دائم يا دائم يا دائم الله يا دائم الله يا دائم يا دائم يا دائم يا دائم يا الله يا حليم يا حليم يا حليم يا الله يا حافظ يا حافظ يا حافظ يا الله يا مجيب يا مجيب يا مجيب يا الله يا لطيف يا لطيف يا لطيف يا الله يا غفار يا غفار يا غفار يا الله يا ستار يا ستار يا ستار يا الله يا جبار يا جبار يا جبار يا الله يا قهار يا قهار يا قهار يا الله يا رزاق يا رزاق يا رزاق يا الله يا فتاح يا فتاح يا فتاح يا الله يا ودود يا ودود يا ودود يا الله يا ودود يا ودود يا ودود يا الله يا رحمن يا رحمن يا رحمن يا الله يا رحمن يا رحمن يا رحمن يا الله يا رحيم يا رحيم يا رحيم يا الله يا رحيم يا رحيم يا رحيم يا الله يا حنان يا حنان يا حنان يا الله يا حنان يا حنان يا حنان يا الله يا منان يا منان يا منان يا الله يا منان يا منان يا منان يا الله يا ديان يا ديان يا ديان يا الله يا ديان يا ديان يا ديان يا الله يا سبحان يا سبحان يا سبحان يا الله يا سبحان يا سبحان يا سبحان يا الله يا سلطان يا سلطان يا سلطان يا الله يا سلطان يا سلطان يا سلطان يا الله يا أمان يا أمان يا أمان يا الله يا أمان يا أمان يا أمان يا الله 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 أنت الله أنت الله أنت الله يا الله أنت الله أنت الله أنت الله يا الله هو الله هو الله هو الله يا الله هو الله هو الله هو الله يا الله بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم 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 الله الرحمن الرحيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم يا سما صل على محمد 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 يا سما صل على يا أما 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 إمام مهدي 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 يا سيد يا صاحب يا صديق يا رسول يا الله يا سيد يا صاحب يا صديق يا رسول يا الله يا سيد يا صاحب يا صديق يا رسول يا الله يا سيد يا صاحب يا صديق يا رسول يا الله يا سيد يا صاحب يا صديق يا رسول يا الله يا سيد يا صاحب يا صديق يا رسول يا الله حسبنا الله ربنا 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 الله نعم المولى ونعم النصير نعم المولى ونعم النصير حسبنا الله ربنا الله حسبنا الله ربنا الله نعم المولى ونعم النصير نعم المولى ونعم النصير يا غالبا غير مغلوب يا غالبا غير مغلوب يا غالبا غير مغلوب يا شاهدا غير مغيب يا شاهدا غير مغيب يا شاهدا غير مغيب يا قاربا غير بعيد يا قاربا غير بعيد يا قاربا غير بعيد يا غالبا غير مغلوب يا غالبا غير مغلوب يا غالبا غير مغلوب على رسولنا الصلوات اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد وسلم 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 اللهم صل على محمد وعلى
آل محمد وسلم اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد وسلم اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد وسلم.
يا ربي وسلم جميع الأنبياء والمرسلين وكل أجمعين والحمد لله رب العالمين. إلى شرف النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم وعلى أصحابه الكرام ولمشايخنا في طريقة النقشبندية العالية خاصة روح الممتلك غوث خليك شان نقشبند محمد ويسي البخاري سلطان أولياء الشيخ عبد الله فيض داغستاني سلطان الشيخ محمد ناظم عبد الحقاني مولانا الشيخ الشام كباني الشيخ عدنان كباني الشيخ محمد عادل محمد خالق الخوجدواني صاحب زمان سيد محمد المهدي عليه السلام روح الله سيدنا عيسى عليه السلام سيف الله سيدنا علي السلام ثم سيدنا أبو بكر الصديق سيدنا عمر سيدنا عثمان إمام الحسن عليه السلام إمام الحسين عليه السلام سيداتنا فاطمة عليه السلام سائر وساداتنا والصديقين. الفاتحة. شبتي على السيدين في بركة يوم البراء ليلة البراء شهر شعبان. Allah address us and bless us with the love and intercession of Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Grant us a himmah and ability to make our Durood Shareef, that every time shaitan come and try to take people from the Salawats and stop doing the Salawat. This is an amazing source of energy, power, intercession, and the most beatific way to change our lights to these beatific frequencies. And inshaAllah Allah address everyone, bless everyone and forgive me, and we'll see everybody tomorrow night inshaAllah guys. Be good. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
This is Shaykh Nurjan. Thank you for watching the video that you're watching. Inshallah, if you're happy with the content and happy with these programs, please support the button below, the programs that we have for our orphanage repairs, our water well, Give the Gift of Life, our mobile food vans. We have now 5 vans: Vancouver, Chicago, Los Angeles, Pakistan. There's many programs that reach thousands of people and rescue foods and give those supplies to people in need. Your support is greatly appreciated. Also, be so kind as to leave loving comments and please share the stream. Every bit counts. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.